Well, hello there. Welcome to Rusty's Sudoku stream. I am Rusty. I'm going to take a quick gander at something here. I'm just noticing the rural mapping in the background there. And going, yeah, it's not exactly local to me, but it is touching the northern border of Minnesota. So possibly visible down to my place up north. Busy down in the Atlantic, or in the southern coast of Antarctica. Well, I kind of, it's kind of difficult to say southern coast. There isn't a southern coast of Antarctica. The Antarctic coast around South Africa to South America, and then it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it leaves the Antarctic coast right around the Ross Ice Shelf, but I'm not sure that's the correct location. In any case, a possible light show for some people. Looking at the northern aurora borealis, it looks like Iceland has good visibility. Northern Norway and the coast, or the North Russian area or coast, seems to be left out in the dark. Good coverage over most of Alaska and almost all of Canada. Southern tip of Iceland, or of Greenland. Iceland is good coverage. Seems to be right in the midst of things. In any case, we've got a puzzle to solve here. I almost pulled up the wrong puzzle. I had it queued up earlier and did not start filling it, but would have had to have started all over again. I had grabbed the puzzle for Monday instead of the one for Sunday that I'd published. So that might have caused some confusion when I posted a solution. In any case, we're going to get this one loaded up. Oop, not there. Here. No, not there. There. And they left the middle zone blank, the middle square blank. All right. I'm a little late. Well, early for me, I guess. 11 minutes after midnight. Let's give this a shot. You get 20 seconds if this passes validation, which it did. And so I will wait that 20 seconds before I start trying to solve it. I've got the new stand in place, the new monitor. Well, the monitors I've been using for a couple of weeks, but now I've got a decent stable platform for them. I've got a place that I want to put the camera, but it's not where it's going to be. All right, 30 seconds, so you get a bonus there. All right, one of these three is a 9. Let's see. You get a 1 here. 3 possibilities for a 1 here. 6 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, and 3 here. All right, 2s. Now I've got 3 possibilities for a 2 here, 4 here, 3 here, 3 here, wide open here, 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 and here. On to 3s. Now I've got 3s in each of the top 3 squares. I've got a 3 going here. And then one of these 2 is a 3. One of these 2 here is a 3. I've got 4 possibilities here, 3 here. All right, 4s. I've got a 4 here, 3 possibilities here, 2 here. And that means I've actually got 2 possibilities up here. All right, I've got 4 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here, 4 possibilities there, and pretty much everything's available here. So looks like 6. Let's look at 5s. We got a 5 here, 5 here. Hey, we get to drop a 5 in the middle of, or in one of the slots in this first square. All right, these 2 can't be 5. And that gives me a single place for a 5 here. This is blocking these 2 as well. And that means this gets to be a 4. All right, one of these 2 is a 5. And let's see, anything else? We got a 5 here. These 2 are blocked. That means I've got 3 possibilities for a 5 here. This one's blocked, so this is a 5. That means 2 possibilities for a 5 here. All right, 6s. One there, there, there. So I've got 3 possibilities here. A 6 here, so we're down to 1 possibility here. That means one of these 2 is a 6. I've got this one becomes a 6, which knocks it down to one of these 2. All right, 7s. One of these 2 is a 7. Don't know about an 8. Might be an 8 there as well. One of these 2 is a 7. Got 3 possibilities here. Oh, we get a 7 here. It means that's not, that is. That drops us down to 2 possibilities for a 7 here. Over here, I've got 3 possibilities now. And we got 2 possibilities for a 7 here, which means that's not, and that one is. Looks like that's all I can do at the moment for 7s. One of these 2, this one is going to be an 8. We've got 8s all the way down here and across up here. So here, let's see. One of these 2 is going to be an 8. One of these 3 is going to be an 8. One of these 2 is an 8, this one. So now we've got, this one is an 8. That means I've now got 2 possibilities for an 8 here. And we move on down to 9s. We've got a 9 here. This one blocks these 2, and they're already filled, so it's going to be one of these 2 is a 9. This blocks the middle one here. One of these 2 is a 9. One of these 2 is a 9. That means this one's going to be a 9, and a 7 goes over here. And we get a 7 down here. And one of these 2 is going to be a 9. Over here, we get a 2 dropped in here. Not a 7. This one becomes a 4, not a 4. This one becomes a 7. So 5 and 9. And this one becomes a 2 as well. This becomes a 9, and not a 9 here. We get a 6-3 possibility here. That means 2 possibilities for 1 and 2 possibilities for 2, except which is actually just 1 possibility, since this is a 2. This becomes a 1. We get 2 possibilities for a 1 here. This is no longer a 5. That's a 5. One of these 3 is going to be a 2, and one of these 3 is going to be a 4. Or one of these two are going to, one of these 2 is going to be a 3. One of these 3 is going to be a 4, and one of these 3 is going to be a 2. All right. One of these 2 is a 2. That means down here we've got a 4. So one of these 2 is now a 4, not one of the 3. All right, can we nail this one up? Just that we've got 2 possibilities for 4 here. Got 1 going in here, which makes this a 2, this a 1. That makes this into an 8, since this one can't be. Let's see, how about 2s? Either of these 2 could be a 2. And that means I've got a 3 going into one of these as well. It's not going to be here, so one of these 2 is a 3, which makes this one into not a 3. This is a 3. So one of these 2 is a 2. All right. See if we can narrow some of this down. We've got this becoming an 8. And about 4 and 3 here. Well, this can't be a 4, so it's a 3. This becomes a 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. 6 and 3 here, 6 here, not a 6 there. And this one becomes a 4. I've got a 4 going in here as a result. This one becomes a 1, a 9, and a 2 here. So not a 9 here, this is a 9. And this one becomes a 1 and a 2 here. Hey, 9 minutes and 5 seconds. One of those, considering the setup time and everything, I'm pretty sure the people involved in setting up these advertising for YouTube and maybe even Twitch are much appreciative of my going over 10 minutes. I don't get anything out of it, so we'll see. Maybe next, or maybe some year I will start getting something out of it. Just not right now. In any case, I want to say thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good weekend. Have a great week ahead of you. And if you get a chance to go out and see some of the aurora tonight, and you're in an area where it's visible, do feel free to do that. Enjoy. Have a good weekend. Take care. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.